first, it's the DU General, Money P. I'ma put you up on the schedule, 6 to 9, 8 weekdays, not to unsettle you. Let's go. We got a lot to talk about, so much to pedal through. Unapologetically progressive. Tune to KBLA 1580 to get the mess. We're your ancestors' favorite radio station. First black on talk radio, left side of the nation. Me and Dominique DePrima go way back. Tag Smiley making sure the station stays black. Discussing all the issues in our community. We're hosted black and brown and others find unity. So let's talk about it. Maybe we can improve it. Digital underground, always down with the movement. So we tune in. The first things first with the queen of Black Talk Radio, Dominique DePrima. Go sis. Go sis.
First things first.
KBLA Talk 1580. Good morning. Happy Friday. Good morning. God bless. And happy Bob Marley's birthday. I'm Dominique DePrima. The show is called First Things First. And my very first thing every day is prayer. Giving thanks, giving praise, and asking for blessings from God. Asking for the blessings and love of the ancestors, the elders, the community. And let's go. We do have a lot to talk about, and we got time to do it today. It's a Freedman Friday. That means hour 2 is dedicated to reparations. Reparations is what we've been talking about every Friday for the past 2 years. And I think it's making us smarter, more informed, much more a part of the solution to a problem that many people think and some thought would never be solved, but there's so many of those. We don't want to be the one that thought we'd never get out of enslavement, right? And still talking, oh, that's not going to happen. And I feel like reparations is one such conversation. So we'll do that in hour 2. Hour 3, the phone lines are going to be wide open. Well, they're wide open all day today. We got time. We got space. 800-920-1580. 800-920-1580. Right now, it's every other Friday. We have a great KBLA contributor. Today is no exception. He is the president, CEO of ES Advisors. It's a public policy and electoral campaign consulting firm that's been around for well over a decade and has worked on some big issues in on the ballot and some candidates that you know and love. Ed Sanders, good morning.
Hey, Dominique, good morning to you. How are you?
Oh, you know what? I'm tired. I'm not going to lie. I decided to go out. What is wrong with me this week, Miles? What is wrong with us? We went to see Rhapsody, who was amazing. What was that, Tuesday or Wednesday? And then last night I went to see Say She. Well, I didn't know anything about until they came on the show, and it was fire. But I'm ready to take a nap. How are you, Ed Sanders?
Oh, man, excited.
Yeah.
Friday, ready to, I can't believe we're already into February.
I know. Don't say that. It makes me feel old because they say the time goes faster and faster as you get older. And I feel like last year took about 20 minutes to go by, except for January 20th. Other than that, it went by pretty quick.
Right. It's moving already, so.
Yes, it is. Are you really excited about the Bad Bunny concert?
You know what? Yeah. And it's like, the music is one thing, and I'm sure it'll be great. But I can't wait for like the worlds on Twitter and X and with the barbs that are about to start flying back and forth. It just sets the table and continues to set the table for how separated and divided this country is.
Yeah, and I get it. Like Miles you're not feeling the Bad Bunny thing, right, Miles?
Not excited about it, no.
No, not excited, but not mad.
Very indifferent.
Indifferent. I, on the other hand, was never a Bad Bunny person per se at all. Let me not lie. But I decided to get in my Bad Bunny era because it irritates the MAGAs so much. and because it's what's happening at the Super Bowl. So I've been lifting weights to Bad Bunny, and I must say it's very it's good weightlifting music. It's very energizing.
Yeah, I'm sure. Listen, he's one of the biggest artists in the world.
Right.
But I can appreciate artists that a lot of people like. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, so it's if Taylor Swift performs, I'm kind of like where Miles is. I'm indifferent, right? I haven't been excited about a Super Bowl artist really since Michael Jackson at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, I get you.
You dated myself. Everyone's like,
over.
When was that?
You skipped over. No, they were there too. You skipped over Beyonce and all that. Like, we've had some Kendrick. We've had some Super Bowl spectacles lately.
Yeah. First things first, they weren't Michael Jackson, but
okay, got that. Yeah, true. Fair enough, Ed. If you want to put it like that, ain't nobody Michael Jackson, but dang.
Right.
Rhapsody was fire this week. I wonder who Bad Bunny's going to bring up, because he is a Jay-Z artist. I mean, he is Rock Nation. So you never know who could be on that stage with him.
They'll put together a good show.
And what about the football part? Two teams I care zero about, so perhaps Miles and Ed, you'd like to talk while I go get some coffee?
It's real quick on my end. I'm like, go Seattle, and only because Pete Carroll was there for a while, and he's not even there, so it's not even go Seattle. It's like
yeah, I'll take it, because like we said last time, look, it's more West Coasty. It's closer to the West. Yes, I'm West Side for life as a faux life. Miles, do you care?
I feel like everybody should be rooting, especially if you're in LA, you should be rooting for Seattle and Sam Darnold, who's a USC alumni and a SoCal kid himself. So I think Seattle's gonna win the game anyway. But I think that Cali and LA and the West Coast should be rooting for Sam Darnold to go ahead and get his successes up there in Seattle.
Okay, thank you for that. I think you did say that before. Now I'll read up on him, because the thing that makes me like pro sports even more is knowing more about the players. That's how my former husband got me hooked on basketball. He told me everybody's backstory, where they went to college, what the struggles were, And then, of course, I added the baby mamas and stuff. So that makes it even more exciting for me.
I'm curious if they're going to show Cardi B on screen like they did Taylor Swift these last couple of years.
The answer is yes, they will.
Okay.
I think so, because that's a ratings factor.
And what she's wearing.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I'll have some on. Have some fly on for sure.
Oh, yeah, she's going to give you a look. Say what you will. She's no Rhapsody, but she's going to give you a look. And some fire quotes. I mean, that's one thing I like about Cardi B. She's not afraid of the microphone, on or off stage. She
definitely goes for it. She definitely goes for it.
She's outspoken. Okay, Ed, so I've been talking, and I have on my LA Jazz Festival Foundation polo, even though I never wear polos because I think they're kind of masculine. But I'm wearing one today. I like the color scheme, the black and gold, because we had a milestone this week, and I've been trying to explain to people. I think Miles kind of gets it, because he does shows and stuff, promotes shows and performs at them. But I don't think people get it. I had one friend say, "Oh, y'all finally got around to rolling out that festival," and I wanted to shake him, because it's not something you casually do. This is something literally 15 years in the making. It's something that's never been done before. It's the kind of project that normally a big corporation would get to do, and here we have a black-owned company, along with our electeds, along with a sponsor in Airbnb. This is something really, really special, and I don't think I'm doing a good job of getting that across. So maybe you can do a better job. I think you've been involved for the whole 15 years, including helping to get the approval from the Coastal Commission, which is kind of like finding the Sasquatch.
Yeah, I mean, I think first, thank you, and thank you for everything you did on Wednesday at the announcement as emceeing the program. spectacular job in that regard.
Thank you.
The development and concept behind this, I think, and I've always appreciated and admired Martin's vision for what this could be for the city.
Martin
right?
Ludlow is who he's referring to, former council member.
And I know he was a guest on the show earlier in the week and spoke a little bit at length about it. But to use the platform of jazz to tell the story of the African diaspora, particularly here in America, is just a powerful tool, right? Jazz and as an art form and its improvisational talent and display of skill is uniquely African American, right? And it's heavily influenced. It is influenced by, the culture, the drums, all of that, and then you mix it with, this American slavery and the Middle Passage and the need to express yourself and find joy or express pain or express any emotion through music. Jazz did that. And, when you think about L.A. and, L.A. is the entertainment center of the capital, entertainment capital of the world. Let me restate that. When you can develop a festival and an event that celebrates jazz on the scale of what we're trying to build, then you start to understand. And then when you start to mix in, a lot of the work, in the opening, you kind of described my work, but a lot of the work that I've done has been alongside Martin and in conjunction with Martin, and it's with a keen eye towards social justice, right? It's the attention to detail. Can we bring in as many minority-owned contractors as we can to do the work? It's intentional and about the story. If we're on the coastline, we have to talk about Bruce's Beach. We have to talk about the Inkwell. We have to talk about the properties and the push-out that occurred, and we don't run away from that. We embrace it because I think, even as I'm saying this out to the KBLA audience, I think even as our audience is hearing it, they're embracing it. Like, you know what? That's what we need. And, you start to look at other events, and it just differs. One of the key aspects is, I think, the way we approach community organizing, community engagement. And when we say that, we mean that. We are partnering with hundreds of nonprofit organizations that all of the KBLA listeners know, interact with, have had dealings with, rely on for support, help shape the ecosystem of Southern California. We need them as a partner in this because they tell the story of our experience here in California, and they will lift up this jazz festival. And this jazz festival is meant to be a celebration of them as well. And so, that aside, it's on the beach, not in the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah,
it's not,
absolutely.
Let me set all the intention aside. We're putting a jazz festival on the beach in late August. The idea of going out there, renting a chair and sitting in the sun and, watching this incredible show unfold with a key headliner that, we can't wait to come back on and announce, is just going to be an amazing moment. And I think once we launch, once we get it up in the air and folks get to experience it, you really get to experience what Los Angeles can offer. I, for one, love the beach. I love sitting on the beach. And if you can bring a show there that brings our community out, I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, a big show on the beach and then tons of free shows scattered in every single council district. We'll keep you posted. Ed is working on it. I'm on the board, so we'll keep you posted. But I just want that you guys to make sure you get tickets, you get information, you are in the loop because once August gets here, everybody's going to be into it. 800-920-1580 if you want to weigh in. You can also hop in on YouTube. The comments, it's KBLA 1580 on YouTube, and the folks are already up. We're still celebrating Molly Bell's birthday. And, of course, you're always invited to call at 800-920-1580. Dominique DePrima and Ed Sanders. Man, Ed, what is happening in the mayor's race? We got a lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-729-7070. That's 1-800-729-7070. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-729-7070. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Angela was. She called Civic Tax Relief and saved over $80,000. Felicia was having health problems. Got behind on her taxes. Interest and penalties were adding up. She called Civic Tax Relief and saved over $15,000. Civic Tax Relief is a professional tax negotiation firm that can protect you from the IRS. If you're getting collection letters, call Civic Tax Relief for a free consultation. They will go to work helping you discover all the relief programs you may qualify for free. James owed the IRS $37,000. Civic Tax Relief represented him against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, he did not owe the IRS anything. If you are in trouble with the IRS, call Civic Tax Relief for your free consultation now. 800-200-2257. 800-200-2257. Get a free consultation and real tax relief. Call 800-200-2257. 800-200-2257.
Your ancestors' favorite radio station, and your favorite morning show host. Let's get back to Dominique DePrima right now.
Right now, as we prepare for Super Bowl weekend with that great American artist, Bad Bunny. 800-920-1580 if you want to weigh in. 800-920-1580. Did you see Trevor Noah singing along to Bad Bunny at the Grammys? I know that a lot of people didn't watch the whole Grammys, but that moment kind of has gone semi-viral on socials.
I only saw a clip of it as I've been a little busy this week, but the clips that I did see of Trevor were hilarious. Yeah. And I think he was sort of perfect host for this time. I love his humor, but more than anything, I love his courage to just challenge the foolishness of this president. And in general,
we're going to miss him. That was his last year hosting. They'll probably get somebody cornered, right? But maybe not. Maybe they'll extend the offer to me. I'd be a pretty good host. I doubt it.
You would.
I
could
doubt
look
it.
edgy and funny all at the same time.
Thank you, Ed. Wow, devastatingly sad news for former LA School Superintendent Austin Beutner. His 22-year-old daughter died. That's a pain that I don't think anybody can understand if they haven't lived it. I haven't lived it. My sister was murdered, and that I just saw what it did to my family and my dad, and I felt what it did to myself, and I feel for him and his family. So he has decided to drop out of the Los Angeles mayor's race. He has 4 kids, but it was his baby girl, and he called her a magical person, the light of their lives. He says, a successful campaign and the job of mayor requires someone who's committed 24/7 to the job, and family has always come first for me. She died at the hospital. They're not really saying the cause. I don't know if they know the cause, but sudden tragedy. What do you make of his stepping out of the race?
Look, completely understandable. It's nothing to criticize or even poke fun at or anything along those lines. Austin, I know Austin to be a very good guy, and some of the work that he did when he's deputy mayor in LAUSD, he would have brought a conversation to the mayor's race that his voice would have been heard. That aside, I send nothing but prayers and condolences to he and his family.
Yeah.
Losing a child is as you opened up, isn't something that you just bounce right back from, that you just respond from. And listen, dropping out of the race makes complete sense. I hope for healing for he and his family.
Yeah, I know him to be a really kind and smart person. Maybe he'll run again in the future. He has done a lot of great community work. He's not someone who just popped up and decided to start doing community work because he was running for mayor. So I think, that was a powerful thing. But condolences to him and his family. It's just the worst of the worst, and I'm so sorry to hear that for anybody, And I thought it was really classy the way Mayor Bass sent him love, and condolences even before he had dropped out of the race. I mean, she lost a daughter. She certainly knows that pain. She's in that terrible club that no one wants to be a part of.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. You just even saying that, I remember those days.
When the mayor lost her daughter in a tragic car accident. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No. Listen. I mean, it's nothing to try to really, truly, honestly dissect. It occurred. And we pray for her and we pray for him.
Yes, absolutely. And then Rick Caruso had said he might be getting back in. He kind of hinted at it, which to me said he's getting back in, because why would he say it why would he float it? And then by the end of the day, or sometime in the middle of the day, yesterday, he said no, he's not going to jump back in.
Yeah, and listen, I think Rick is either purposefully or accidentally is he's been on the mind of the media, and so everyone is looking at what's Rick going to do, and if he releases a vague statement, it's is he getting in? I took his first statement when he said that he was stepping out where he wasn't going to run as that, right? When you decide you're not going to run, you decide that you haven't run. You don't just jump into a race for mayor.
But he had said supposedly because of the mayor supposedly meddling in the fire report, which he denies, and I don't know why she would do that. She was the one pushing that Kristen Crowley person to do an after action report. he had said that because of that, he might jump back in. And that wasn't even breaking news. I mean, let's be clear. They tried to imply that the mayor meddled in that report a month ago.
Right.
So,
Right. And it's, look, it's one of those things and this is an LA Times thing. They cite sources, but on something as serious as this, those sources should come forward and speak to it, because to your point, it just doesn't make sense. But
sources, i.e. the billionaire that owns the paper, maybe.
right, exactly. But the implication of the headlines and the and the clicks is really clear. It's designed to hurt the mayor's public standing. And,
right.
In that regard, it's disingenuous. And if you take, again, I remember we had this conversation a while back. If you take this conversation about this report on its face, you might dive into it and think that, but step back and remember how the LA Times coalesced around Donald Trump for its purposes, right?
Well, we're up against news, traffic, and sports right here, Ed, but I can't wait to hear more. And there's another candidate, an elephant in the room. We'll look at that, sort of an elephant in the room, when we come forward after news, traffic, and sports on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominic DePrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. The 2026 Winter Olympics officially opened today. At a welcome event earlier this week, Team USA honorary coach Snoop Dogg encouraged U.S. snowboarders.
It's cool to hang out with the future. Like, this is the future. This is what the world needs. When we have the Olympics, it's what brings the world together.
Officials say in the volunteer position, the rapper will celebrate and uplift U.S. athletes. UCLA has fired a DEI director who cheered online after conservative activist Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Jonathan Perkins was removed after posting "Good Riddance" on Blue Sky. UCLA says it does not tolerate celebrating violence. And Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald headline the 2026 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. They're joined by Adam Vinatieri, Roger Craig, and linebacker Luke Kuechly. Enshrinement is set for August 8th in Canton, Ohio. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Clippers made another major move to reshape their roster for the future. They traded center Ivica Zubac to the Indiana Pacers for 2 first-round draft picks and 1 second-round pick. Zubac had been the Clippers' starting center since 2018. Indiana also gave the Clippers guard Benedict Mathurin and forward Isaiah Jackson. It looks like Clippers management was tired of having the oldest roster in the NBA. The UCLA women's basketball team, ranked second in the country, extended their winning streak to 16 games Wednesday night. They beat Rutgers by 40. Kiki Rice led the Bruins with 17 points and 3 steals. The Bruins are 22-1, 12-0 in the Big Ten Conference. They play at number 8 Michigan on Sunday. The Rams and 49ers will play the NFL's first regular season game in Australia in 2026. The game will be played in Melbourne. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Enjoying a healthy dinner that tastes great means eating out at a pricey restaurant, right? Wrong. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers are delicious and healthy. The Tray and Tray steam technology delivers crisp veggies and tender protein in tasty selections, like Healthy Choice Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo. It's a satisfying meal with 28 grams of protein and nothing artificial. Healthy Choice Simply Steamers. What having it all tastes like.
It all comes down to this, folks. Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain. Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast. Speaking of fast, did you just see that play? Yeah, he vaporized that ball. That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya, guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with the world. African Focus Incorporated is a community-based organization whose mission is to bring Africans and African Americans together, lead charitable initiatives on the motherland, and educate people from all walks of life on the beauty, legacy, and opportunity of Africa's 54 nations. And it's that time once again when African Focus is teaming up with KBLA Talk 1580 for our 8th annual African Focus Trailblazers Tour. Travel with us in 2026 when we're headed to the southern African nations of Zambia and Botswana for a historical, cultural, and vacation tour led by me, Dominique DePrima, Cultural Ambassador for African Focus Incorporated. Enjoy luxurious accommodations, conscious fellow travelers, shopping, adventures, cultural tours, wildlife safaris, and a giant waterfall, one of the world's 7 wonders, along with a chance to be of service at an orphanage on the continent. Become an AFI trailblazer by exploring the motherland with a nonprofit organization that has members in Africa and America to help roll out the red carpet for you, and together we'll make a difference and have fun doing it. For more information, visit africanfocus.org or call 310-676-7300. That's 310-676-7300 or africanfocus.org. Whether it's stateside or exploring the diaspora, we're with you every step of the way. African Focus and KBLA Talk 1580. Come go with us.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, thank you for waking up with me and Ed Sanders, KBLA correspondent and president, CEO of ES Advisors. Both of us are deeply involved with the LA Jazz Festival, and you have no idea how excited I am about this. And you all know I don't be getting fired up about everything every day. Anyway, so LA mayor's race is actually a national story, especially with the attacks by this president on our mayor, Mayor Karen Bass, the first woman mayor of the city of Los Angeles, first black woman as well, and attacks on all the black mayors. Basically, any black mayor gets the military sent to their city, and what I'll call the unfair characterization of her response to the Palisades fire. Certainly, we had some problems with the Palisades fire, and the unfair sort of smearing of our mayor based on the Altadena fire, of which she is not the mayor there. They do not have a mayor. I know she's tried to help. Anyway, I say all that to say, even if she was running against, Britney Spears, it would be a tough race right now, because a lot of mis and disinformation, a lot of attacks on black mayors in general and our mayor in particular, make it a very tough environment, right? And now we're hearing that LA County Supervisor Lindsay Horvath may be joining the mayor's race. I'm hearing she might be jumping in as early as this weekend. What are your thoughts on? I got thoughts, but what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think. I've lost sight of the deadline. I feel like the deadline
Saturday.
To pull papers is it Saturday or this afternoon?
It's Saturday.
Yeah, so you're looking at a couple of hours here that this story will run. With Austin Beutner stepping out of it, with Rick Caruso reiterating his intent to not run. You could see those wanting the glory of it all are looking at it again. So I'm sure she's considering it. Kind of wait to see. My take on this is, and I've been a Karen Bass supporter for years in this regard, and even now still, and not even still, know that she's the best candidate in the race. If you get in, bring your record and run. The conversation is the conversation. I would stand behind Mayor Bass on this and just wait to see, who's in the race.
Wait and see. And you're such a let the best woman win guy. I love that. Get in. If you want some, get some. If you're bad enough, take some. I am not super excited about her running for mayor. She has been a supervisor. She's a supervisor of the 3rd District. Those are huge. Those supervisorial districts are like many states, right? But she hasn't been a supervisor that long. And before that, she was... go ahead.
So I was going to say, she to your point, she had been the mayor of West Hollywood prior to that.
Right, which is the size of a postage stamp.
Yeah.
If your experience running West Hollywood makes you ready to be mayor, then I should be mayor. Because, you know what I mean? Like, I've run theater productions bigger than West Hollywood. That, I don't think that qualifies. Los Angeles is 4 million people. It is not WeHo. And that's one part. And the other part is, she is one of those, I'm going to put air quotes around it, progressives who was formerly a college Republican who, has other... I'm trying... You're making me hold my fire because you're here. But I just feel like that's a no for me. I don't like the way she treats black women from her fellow lawmakers, especially the mayor. You're a supervisor making little snarky comments to the mayor all the time. The way she treats black women who come before the board of supervisors, I've seen it time and time again. Highly qualified black women with resumes way more impressive than hers, and she treats them like vassals. I got problems with those things.
Yeah, and look, I think this is a if this is the race, this is a microcosm of the conversation that I think takes place on the progressive side of the agenda, right? Where there's an umbrella of progressivism. I think
that's a
you
big
and I
tent,
come
right?
to it, and we come to it with a pro-African American civil rights stance, and we'll lock arms with a Latino empowerment movement, lock arms with an LGBT empowerment movement. But those are all sort of separate, distinctive movements. And sometimes you get a candidate that's strong on one of those movements, but not, as committed, from a value set to the others. And when you get that, it'll start to divide that progressive movement. I do see that in this race, that which is to your point. If this candidate gets in, there's a real sort of fight on the progressive side for the definition of what an LA progressive is.
Yep.
And
And there are some folks that automatically line up with her because she has that name ID of being a progressive. But I think progressive is as progressive does, And we've seen that with Mayor Garcetti, who also called himself a progressive. In this case, you have Ray Chen-Wong, on the left of both of them, and Spencer Pratt on the right of both of them. Spencer Pratt, of course, already endorsed by Chad Bianco, the sheriff of Riverside, who's a little mini MAGA candidate, and a bunch of other right-wingers have already come in for Pratt. And I think that, Reverend Ray is going to get a lot of the progressives that, but then again, folks may line up behind, Horvath because they think she can win. And I don't think she would be toying with it if the polling wasn't looking decent for her.
Well, listen, I think with every candidate here, it's in some sense the race gets decided on, sort of these personalities. But, if you get in the race, you gotta put forward a vision for Los Angeles, and in the future, right? Like, you got to talk about the future. And, just personality-wise, none of those personalities mean very much until they tell you what they want to do with the city. It's kind of the same in the governor's race, right? You're kind of waiting for whoever has the plan for the state, to catch the people's ear, and then you'll see that people start to lock in on that race. We got to hear a vision for the city, right? Like, if we just want to go back and litigate a fire that occurred, that's not how you set the tone for the next 4 years in the city,
which are a crucial 4 years. I mean, the World Cup, dealing with Donald Trump, the doggone Super Bowl, the All-Star Game, the Olympics, dealing with Donald Trump. Oh, yeah, did we mention dealing with J.D. Vance, dealing with Stephen Miller? At least she knows where the bodies are buried. Our current mayor has been in Washington. She's been in Sacramento. Plus, we're going to have a new governor. Whoever it is, they're not going to be the one we have now. So there's that. And you got to know how to get the money and know how to... Consuelo says that's very generous of you, Ed. I guess she's talking about your may the best woman win philosophy. I'm like, no, I'm like, be humble, sit down. That's where I am with it. Be humble, sit down.
Hey, right,
and Lindsay Horvath is young. She can run another time, but if she's got her heart set on it, we'll find out by tomorrow. This guy Adam Miller is in. Tech executive. I know not much about him. I don't think he has a lot of name ID. Does that matter? The mayor called him a wealthy venture capitalist.
I had no idea who that is, but
well, the mayor says he's a wealthy venture capitalist.
Yeah. So, I mean, this whole race in politics this year is really going to be, and this is firmly why I don't think Rick Caruso ran, is these folks with this insane wealth that probably haven't been to a grocery store and picked up a carton of eggs are trying to prescribe public policy to cities that have millions of people working, going to work every day, and they're trying to tell you how their vision for government can help you. I just don't see it, and so... you can come put a tech billionaire in or whatever.
I'm here for it because I like when they spend their money, especially on radio, when they spend their money hiring people to knock on doors. It's sort of a wealth redistribution, that little tiny one that happens during elections when people decide, I can do it better because I'm a businessman. Okay, Donald Trump. And then they jump in and then they spend millions of their own money. I mean, Caruso spent $100 million. That's a significant wealth redistribution for one city.
But how much did he spend on the black press?
Well, I don't know all told, but he definitely bought some spots on KBLA, and we're grateful for it. So, I don't know how much he spent on the black press. I know he spent a significant amount on the Latino press. He did spend dollars here, And to me, that's whether whoever it is, Carly Fiorina, was that her name? Meg Whitman, all these rich people that jump in and spend between $1 and $100 million on their races. That's stimulates the economy, Ed.
It does, absolutely. And you're right to lift up the ones that know to campaign in all communities.
Yeah.
I've seen the other side of it where, there are campaigns, even on the left.
Yeah.
Well capitalized.
We did a whole protest, me and Jasmine Canick, about Jerry Brown when he was running for governor. Dude, spend some money over here. Don't take us for granted.
Right.
Yeah.
And don't spend the ad and put a Martin Luther King quote up. That's not what I want to see.
Right. Not Herschel Walker, not MLK, not even Ice Cube. Oh, he's going to be mad at me. Sorry. Yeah. Get Ed Sanders. 800-920-1580. Paul says we need campaign finance reform ASAP. So very true. All right. It's not too late to call us. 800-920-1580. Dominique DePrima and Ed Sanders for KBLA Talk 1580.
A safe place to go loud. A great place for progressive politics. KBLA Talk 1580.
LA Metro invites you and the whole family to a free community celebration on Saturday, February 7th at the Metro Willowbrook Rosa Park Station in Watts. Enjoy live music, local art, and delicious food vendors as we celebrate culture, community, and good vibes. Come out Saturday, February 7th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Metro Willowbrook Rosa Park Station. Don't miss it.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a Black and Brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at WalkGoodLA. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
They call it progress, but progress has a price. Land once held in black hands, taken, stolen, erased. Acres paved into highways, fields burned. Homes replaced by parking lots and broken promises. Every deed lost was a dream deferred. We talk about millionaires, but what about the millionaires that never were? The farmers whose soil was seized. The families who watched their inheritance disappear. The wealth that never had a chance to grow because its roots were ripped from the ground. They took the land, but never the legacy, because the soil remembers and so do we. Every story matters. Our mission is to collect, preserve, and amplify these stories. If this is part of your family's history, visit blacklandlost.org/share your story and help bring us closer to justice.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where hate loses and love wins.
It is, and Ed Sanders is on the mic with me. And Ed, I know you're always tracking the water situation. That's one of the things you focus your activism on, and I think it's so forward-thinking. We don't spend much time talking about it, but water is way more crucial than oil. We'll all die without water. We can live without oil. And it seems a lot more perilous right now because of the national policy, right? So the conversations about the Colorado River, which have always been fraught, who gets what water and how, because especially Southern California, this is a desert. We rely on water from Sacramento, Colorado, blah, blah, blah. It seems a lot scarier with the Trump team at the helm of the nation. Where are we with that fight? I see that there's negotiations going on with 7 different states, including California.
Yeah, and I think you characterized this right. The Colorado River, ultimately, the southern states, about 35 million people, let alone the farmland that it supplies. The 7 states, California, Arizona, Nevada, Colorado, Utah, and I'm missing one, maybe Wyoming, all have to come together and agree on how much water each state gets. And then internationally, there's one. The Mexico has a claim to the river as well. There's a deadline coming up, I think on the 14th, where the states are supposed to have reached this deadline. Otherwise, the federal government jumps in and sort of sets the markers.
Yikes.
But everyone expects that if that happens, each of the states are going to not like something, or at least we know California won't like something, and so it probably goes to court at that point, and a judge starts to arbitrate this compact. The point of this is that the flows of water to the southern states are expected to hit a low point later this year, meaning not enough water is going to flow, for the use of the lower states. And at that point, you got to look to see, okay, what kind of cuts have to be made and where, what kind of farmland doesn't get water and what communities don't get enough water. And to your earlier point, in LA, we turn the faucet on, but we don't get a huge amount of our money from the Colorado River, but areas to the east of us and south of us do, and it does matter. We need to keep our eye on it because, the western United States, the weather patterns are still the same. We don't get much rain. I think we had 1 week of rain this winter, and we're waiting to see what else we get.
That was a powerful week if it was a week, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're out of drought officially in the state, but that A is super temporary, and B, it doesn't have anything to do with this because this is a contract that was originally negotiated in the 20s, I understand. And I just know the president would love to punish both California and Colorado. So if there's a way that he can, weasel into this and impact courts, I don't know if there is, that would not be good. So I hope that, these deals can be worked out. I understand there's a lot of disagreement, and I know it's always between agriculture and, the big cities and big counties that need a lot of water. I wonder if we would ever get to the point where we'd just be like, nope, no more growing almonds. It takes too much water. Certain crops that are so thirsty.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much at play, right? The jobs, the industry, all of that. We do need to refine water policy, and it's one of the issues that should be widely talked about in this year's governor's race.
Yeah. Well, Ed, thank you so much for being with me this morning. I know you got a lot going on in your world, and tell us how to find you. We got a minute. What do you want to leave us with?
Instead, I want to take a quick moment and just lift up the life of a young man that was killed in a car accident on Wednesday. His name was Hunter Langley. He's a 16-year-old student. I have known him since he was in preschool in the Baldwin Hills area. My son and daughter played flag football with him through the years. Just a bright star personality. Just sending love and condolences to his family and lifting him up in prayer.
Yeah, so sad. It's so sad when we lose a beautiful, bright-eyed young man or woman. Well, condolences to the family of Hunter Langley, and sending love, light, and prayers to you and yours, because I know you're mourning the loss of a treasured child.
Much appreciated. Thanks, Dominic.
All right, it's Freedman Friday next. This is a Reparations Day every week here on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. The 2026 Winter Olympics officially opened today. At a welcome event earlier this week, Team USA honorary coach Snoop Dogg encouraged U.S. snowboarders.
It's cool to hang out with the future. Like, this is the future. This is what the world needs. When we have the Olympics, it's what brings the world together.
Officials say in the volunteer position, the rapper will celebrate and uplift U.S. athletes. UCLA has fired a DEI director who cheered online after conservative activist Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Jonathan Perkins was removed after posting good riddance on Blue Sky. UCLA says it does not tolerate celebrating violence. And Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald headline the 2026 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. They're joined by Adam Vinatieri, Roger Craig, and linebacker Luke Kuechly. Enshrinement is set for August 8th in Canton, Ohio. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Clippers made another major move to reshape their roster for the future. They traded center Ivica Zubac to the Indiana Pacers for 2 first-round draft picks and 1 second-round pick. Zubac had been the Clippers' starting center since 2018. Indiana also gave the Clippers guard Benedict Mathurin and forward Isaiah Jackson. It looks like Clippers management was tired of having the oldest roster in the NBA. The UCLA women's basketball team, ranked second in the country, extended their winning streak to 16 games Wednesday night. They beat Rutgers by 40. Kiki Rice led the Bruins with 17 points and 3 steals. The Bruins are 22-1, 12-0 in the Big Ten Conference. They play at number 8 Michigan on Sunday. The Rams and 49ers will play the NFL's first regular season game in Australia in 2026. The game will be played in Melbourne. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
What's up? What's up? What's up? We got to laugh the pain away.
Hey, KBLA delegation, happy Black History Month. Around here, we celebrate our culture, our community, and our contributions daily. But this year, as we observe the 100th anniversary of Black History Month celebrations, we're excited about our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, honoring comedy greats. On Thursday, February 26th at the Grammy Museum in downtown LA, we're toasting D.L. Hughley, Melanie Camacho, Earthquake, Munell, Dion Cole, and Martin Lawrence, with a surprise guest appearance. A limited number of individual tickets for the luncheon remain, so now would be a good time to head to KBLA1580.com to secure one for yourself. That's KBLA1580.com. A little laughter goes a long way, especially in times like these. So come, join us for our annual KBLA Talk 1580 Black History Month Luncheon, Thursday, February 26th 6th at the Grammy Museum. Again, tickets are available right now at KBLA1580.com.
Well, I hang around my boy. He's been married for 6 years. Videotaping his wedding day, never watched it. Now every day he watch it every day, but he watch it in reverse. Because he said he loves seeing himself take that ring back off of that finger. Walking back down that aisle, just waving at her ugly mother down the church. Getting back in the limo, back at the bachelor party. Look how happy I was.
Honoring excellence, resilience, and achievement. We're KBLA Talk 1580.